Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This is going to be another EA Sports UFC 4 wishlist video. And for this video specifically, we're going to be focusing on fighter creations and my wish list in regards to that. Now, we're going to make a couple more videos talking about more important things like gameplay related things. So don't think we're not going to do that. But for this one, it's kind of been on my mind lately, and I really want to address that. So we're going to use the Conor McGregor created fighter as an example to show you guys what I am asking for. Now, before we actually get into it, I do want to answer this question because I know it is going to come up. Yes, EA Sports UFC 4 is in development. I've seen a couple people saying that they've heard news that UFC 4 is not in development. It is in development. That has already been established. That has already been confirmed. It is in development. Second question, do I know intimate details about UFC 4? Yes, I do. Third question, can I tell you what I know about EA Sports UFC 4? The answer is no. I cannot tell you anything that I know about EA Sports UFC 4. The game is under development. I am under NDA, which means I am not allowed to say anything until EA officially releases more information. So please stop asking me to tell you info because I'm going to give you the same exact answer. I can't tell you anything that I know just yet. I hope that does it. Now, let's move on to this. As you can see right there, let's start with the general info. A big issue that I have with the way this whole system is set up is there's not enough names. Simply not enough names. First of all, you're not even given an option. We don't have preset first names. When you take a look at a game like UFC Undisputed 3, you do get preset first names, and the good thing about having preset first names is that Bruce Buffer is going to be able to say those names when you actually enter into the octagon. But when you take a look at UFC 3, there are no preset first names. You have to pick your own first name. You have to write in your own first name, and Bruce Buffer is never going to say your first name. So that's an issue. Second issue, when you go to the last name, they have McGregor on there, thank goodness, but there are quite a few names, very popular names that you don't see on there. Like my last name, Maxwell, is not on there. And there are so many different examples of that where there's a specific last name that you're looking for and it's not there. Reyes, for example, Reyes, that is not a last name that you can pick. Please don't make me look stupid right now with that last name being available. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, right there, you can't, there's no last name Reyes. I mean, there's that one, but Reyes, which is Dominic Reyes' last name, you can't pick it. So my suggestion when it comes to that is every single fighter that you already have in the game, this is my wish list, every single fighter you already have in the game, make those names available to us to pick. So if you already have first name Connor in the game, make Connor a preset. You have first name John in the game, make John a preset. Last name, you have Jones as a last name fighter in the game, make Jones available as a preset. Every single fighter you have, give us those fighters so that when we finally create our fighter and we actually get inside the cage, we can actually hear Bruce Buffer say those names. That's the easy way out. Give us all the fighters you have in the game as a preset, and then add a couple more names on there that are not very popular. That's my suggestion with that. When it comes to nickname, I would like to see more nicknames on here. I'd like to see every single fighter nickname that already exists, give it to us on there. I'd love to see that. The Notorious, for example, is not on here, and that is a problem. You know what I mean? Bones is not on here, and that is a problem. I'd like to see, just look at all the fighters, pick their nicknames, give it to us as an option right there. Next up is when it comes to fighter heights. I've given you guys an example of this one. I'm going to go, let's change the weight class just to demonstrate what I'm trying to show here. Let's move up to the light heavyweight division. Now, in the light heavyweight division, we know that the tallest man in that weight class right now, I believe it is Alexander Gustafsson at 6'5". It's either Alexander Gustafsson or Johnny Johnny Walker at 6'6". But if you take a look at the most you can go up, the highest height you can get is 6'4". That's a problem. That's a problem. We have a 6'6" man in the light heavyweight division. Give us the ability to go up to 6'6" in the light heavyweight division. What about heavyweight? The highest weight you can get, the highest height you can get to in the heavyweight division is 6'6". That's a problem. We have a man in the heavyweight division that is 6'11", 7 foot in Stefan Struve. We need the ability to create a fighter that is 7 foot tall as well. Now, I understand completely if you guys have reservations when it comes to that suggestion. I understand. Your reservation is this. If they do it, if EA was to go ahead and give us if they gave us the ability to create fighters up to 7 foot, everyone is going to create a 7 foot fighter. I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is because EA has already built in specific disadvantages for taller fighters in the game. If you use someone like John Bones Jones with a ridiculously long reach in the game, you're going to notice that your boxing is going to suffer, especially on the inside. You're not going to be as efficient as someone like Daniel on the inside. So simply being tall in this game does not automatically give you all the advantages in the world. You're going to have some inbuilt disadvantages that already exist, and I would not be opposed to more of them being added. But for God's sake, I'd love to be able to create a really tall heavyweight fighter, and I'd love to be able to create a light heavyweight fighter that's at least 6'6". One more thing in regards to the height is when it comes to the fighter's reach. I would like it to mimic real fighters as well. So if you take a look at a game like Fight Night Champion, I'm going to see if I can show a reference of that on the screen. Fight Night Champion, you can get up to, if your fighter is 6'4", you can increase your reach, your fighter's reach independently up to 84 inches. You can do that. I'd love to see an option like that. And I know the same worry is going to be there, that everyone is just going to create the tallest fighter with the tallest possible reach. Yes, but again, there will be disadvantages to prevent you from doing that. So I don't think that's going to be that big of a problem. Now that's it for the name and the height. Let's go with the appearance, okay? I'm going to start things off with the fighter's hair. First things first, though. Let's go with Game Face. Game Face, I love. Very great. Thank you for Game Face. It works. It really does work. If you have a really clear picture of the fighter and you import that picture in Game Face and you set it up correctly, you can import the picture into the game and you can get pretty close fighter likenesses like this Conor McGregor. I think he looks pretty damn good. But when it comes to actually sculpting the face, okay, I would like to see more options here, man. We need more options when it comes to sculpting. For example, the first option right here, the head. You only have 3 options. The protrusion, that's how far the fighter's head comes out of his skull. You've got the height, that's how long the fighter's face is, and the size, how big it is. I'd like to see another option on there, which is the width. So everything stays the same, but the only thing that changes is how wide the face goes. So how wide it goes on each side. I'd like to see that when it comes to the fighter's head. For the head also, I'd like to see an option where we can amend the size of the actual skull, like from the forehead up. You know, like we can't make any amendments to the size of the fighters. I forget what the name of the freaking things are called. You get what I mean. I'm going to show you examples with UFC Undisputed 3 if I can find it. But we need more options right there. Let's see right there. I was going to talk about the fighter hair. We need the ability to edit the fighter's eyebrows when we import Game Face. Because if you do Game Face, you bring in, the fighter's face. For some reason, the fighter's eyebrows automatically gets grayed out. You cannot amend the fighter's eyebrow. I don't like that. We need to be able to amend that. When it comes to the fighter's hairs, go to the fighter's hair. We need more options. In my opinion, What I would suggest and what I would like to see is every single possible male fighter hairstyle that you already have in the game, like real fighters. Give us those options in there. Every single possible hairstyle that we actually have in the game, we'd like to see that and more. And more. The fact that we only have, like, this is the only ponytail we have on here is an option. It's a problem. We need different examples. I forget what game that I played. It might have been a WWE game at one time that I played where you were given so many different options. I believe in that game as well. Not only were you given so many different options for hairs, but when it comes to each specific hairstyle, you're actually given an option to increase the length of it. So for example, if I wanted Conor McGregor to have a mohawk like this one, the game would also give me an option to increase how long the mohawk is. I'd love to see something like that. If I go with these braids, I'd love the game to give me an option to increase how long I want the braids to be. Do I want it to be really long braids or about short like that? You know what I mean? If I go with this hairstyle, give me an option to pick how bushy I want it to be, how big I want it to be. Or do I want it to be smaller or bigger? We need more options. You know what I mean? Where is the hair that I had Connor in? I'm forgetting now. I don't want to lose it. Oh my God. Where is it? Where is it? Jesus. This is embarrassing. Why am I not this is right there. This is it right here. That's the hair. Okay. Next up is hair color. This is embarrassing. Okay, this right here is embarrassing. Really? This is all we get? We need a color wheel. A color wheel, of course, is a wheel of every possible color combination that you can go for. We need it right there. This is not acceptable right here. These very little options, not acceptable. We need more. We need more colors. We definitely need more colors. Now, let's go to facial hair. When you go to the facial hair, big suggestion that I have, big wish list that I would like to see the mustache and the actual beard separated. Give us different mustaches, and if that's all I want to put on my fighter, I only want my fighter to have a mustache. I need a section where all I see are the different styles of mustache in the game, and that's all I want to add on my fighter. So for example, if I want this specific style of mustache, that one that I have right now highlighted with this specific beard like underneath, I can combine the both. UFC Undisputed 3 gave us that option. That way we can create our own style of beard and also give us actual presets of fighter beards. I believe this one right here might be John Jones. This one right here is the John Jones beard. That one is the Roy Nelson beard. That one is Demetrius Johnson beard. I can recognize a couple of these beards in the game. But you get my point. I will also like to see the sideburns. Give us an option to pick sideburns as well. UFC Undisputed 3 really went in detail with that. They also gave you the option of just giving your fighter stubbles. Just, you know, the fuzzies. My wife calls it the fuzzies. Just the fuzzies. No beard, no mustache, just the fuzzies. Nothing like that. Give us the ability to add that and what thickness we want the fuzzies to be. We need that. Body hair, we need more. What is this? That's all we get? We need way more than this. Way more than that. Anyways, let's and then of course, you know, with the facial hair, the hair color, we also need a color wheel. We need a color wheel to be able to pick a variety of different styles, different colors for our fighters' hair. Let's see. Moving on. For this one, I mean, this one doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, I think they did a fairly good job of giving us a variety of different eye colors. I would like to see more exotic ones. Like, I mean, I'd like to see a red eye color on there if you wanted to create like a monster or something like that. Vampire. You just go crazy with it. What are you holding back on? Go crazy with it. There are a lot of people on here trying to create monsters, monster calves. Give us the ability to do that. Why not? Moving on to the body. This is where I have one of the biggest issues in this game when it comes to the body. Thank you for the options that we do have, but go look at the way UFC Undisputed 3 handled the body. Here's what that game did. For example, this body right here is Conor McGregor, right here. That's Conor McGregor's body. If you take a look at his model in the game, that is exactly his body. One of them here is Jon Jones. That is Jon Jones's body style. Now, I appreciate that, but we need every single fighter body type in there. We need a preset of it in there. You already have these models. Give us the option to assign them to our fighters. Please. That's one. Second request that I have is if we pick a body type, let's say that this is the body type that I want, the Conor McGregor body type. This is a specific physique. It's not just like it's a very specific physique that can change depending on how big the fighter gets or how skinny the fighter gets. For example, if Conor McGregor was to lose weight, he's going to have the same body structure. It's just going to be smaller. If he were to gain weight, it's still going to be the same skeleton. It's the same skeleton. It's the same body structure, the same physique, but it's just going to be bigger. It's going to have more fat on it. We need the option to pick a specific body structure, a specific skeleton, and then give us another option to fatten it up or make it skinny, make it more muscular or make it more ripped. You understand what I mean? Not just, hey, you pick the physique, you pick the skeleton, and that is it. We need an option to actually amend the specific skeleton that we pick out. I want to be able to take this Conor McGregor model right there, that looking like that, fatten him up or make him more muscular. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense what I'm asking for? I'm going to put in the video, show you guys exactly how UFC Undisputed 3 did it, and you will understand exactly what I am talking about. So that's going to give us the ability to spice up the way the traps look, the deltoid, the biceps, the fighter's chest, the fighter's abs, the fighter's neck muscles. It's all. I'll be able to create a Yoel Romero style body because you give me the ability to increase the fighter's muscle tone. You know what I mean? Because when you take a look at all these freaking models right here, none of them are muscular enough. None of them. Truly. And that's a problem. So fix that. Give us that option. Next up is when it comes to the tattoos. Again, this is probably where EA did the best job when it comes to tattoos. I don't have a lot of complaints when it comes to this. I think they did a phenomenal job with the tattoos. When it comes to the layers, I mean, look at that. You have 100 layers that you can do. That's a lot. And that's a lot from the last game. And that is very, very commendable. But what I would also like to suggest or request is the same exact shit that I've been requesting. We need a preset of every single fighter tattoo that you already have in the game. I know all this sounds like a lot of work, and maybe I'm just super ignorant and it's a ridiculous amount of work and it can be done. If that's the case, I understand completely, whatever, but I'm gonna make the request anyways. I'd like to see a preset of every single fighter tattoo. For example, let's say that, I try to create a Conor McGregor because we've seen Conor McGregor lately with his long hair and his bushy beard. Okay, let's say that EA Sports UFC 4 comes out and they give us a character model that is outdated and we wanted to update the character model ourselves. We wanted to create a new version of that model. I want to be able to just go into tattoo presets, find the name Conor McGregor, click boom, Conor McGregor, and boom, Conor McGregor's tattoo is slapped onto my model. You know how dope that would be? Or like I created a brand new Jon Jones. Let's say EA does not update Jon Jones to the Jones with the bald head and the goatee, and I want to create that version of Jones. And I create Jones, and I go to where it says Jon Jones tattoos preset. I click on that, boom, and Jon Jones tattoo is slapped on my fighter immediately, and I have an authentic looking Jon Jones. I mean, that would be great. And I know to some people you might say that takes away the fun of creating the tattoo yourself. I mean, you still can. Nothing's gonna stop you from going ahead to create the tattoos yourself and try to get creative, but still, we need the option to just pick the specific preset that we want and add that to our fighter. I think that's going to make this whole process so much easier. That is one thing. Let's see, is there anything else? And you will see an example of like what I'm talking about with the fighter personality. As you can see right there, you have so many different fighter personalities that you can pick from. See what I mean? Like if you want a specific personality for your calf, all you need to do, just go down the list and pick it. We need something like this for the tattoos, something like this for the fighter names, something like this for the fighter hairs, something like this for the fighter beard, something like, oh, one more thing that I forgot. One more thing that I forgot. Where is it? That has to do with appearance. This is one issue. See that right there? How the skin is grayed out? When you import game face, the skin tone is grayed out. You're not able to amend your fighter's skin. That's a problem. We need that fixed. If I import game face, still give me the ability to adjust my fighter's skin tone and give me a goddamn color wheel to be able to do that. I need a variety of colors. I don't want just one type of brown or just one type of, I don't know, whatever skin tone. We need more variety on there to be able to create. It's kind of crazy how I'm an artist. I know quite a lot about colors. I know how to mix colors, but I don't know their names. It's so weird. I'm like an artist that can play the piano but can't actually read music. You know those guys exist? People that can play the piano but can't actually read music. That's the sort of artist I am. I know everything there is to know about colors. I know how to mix any color you can think of, but I don't know their goddamn names to save my life. It's so freaking weird. But I digress. You guys get the point. I think that is all I have to say in regards to fighter creation. I think that is it. Am I forgetting anything? Kind of started rambling a little bit right there. Yeah, I think that's it. I really think that's it. I took a little bit of time to gather my thoughts before I started making this video. So I think I got it all. If there's anything, any other suggestion that you guys have in the comment section below in regards to fighter creation, put it right there below in the comment section. I would love to read it, and I'm going to add it to the wish list. But man, really keeping my fingers crossed that EA listens to this and brings over some of these, at least a majority of them. I'm going to be gutted if everything stays exactly the same as it is right now. It's going to be very disappointing. Anyways, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. You guys rock. Leave a like on the video if you appreciate this. And again, like I said, I will be making other wish list videos on more important things. Don't think I'm just neglecting those. I just wanted to get this one out of the way first. But thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new one. As always, stay safe. Have a wonderful day.